Well, we believe it's wrong. It's devastating to children, to families, and to South Africa as a whole. I think the professor there contradicted himself when he said that the law insists that children under 16 is not emotionally and mentally stable to make decisions about sex, but yet at the same time is agreeing that this is a good ruling and that if they make decisions to have sex with each other, then somehow this is okay. We believe this is bad for a number of reasons, and that is one of the things that the Film and Publication Act does is it criminalizes exposing children to sexual activity and also filming these kinds of things. And we find in the media over the past few years that children have been having sex from 10, 11, 12 and filming it on their cell phones and sharing it with their friends. Now, if this ruling makes sexual activity between 12 and 16-year-olds illegal, that means that activity would become legal as well. Once we give a green light to children, because the law, if it is struck down, and I don't believe it is yet, it still has to go to the Constitutional Court before the law is changed. If it is struck down, it gives a green light to children. It sends the message out that sexual activity between 12 and 12-year-olds and between 12 and 16 is okay. So we send, as a society, we send a message out. I think the law must stay there, and the law must tell young people that you are not emotionally and mentally at the stage to make a decision about sex. And if there's this accusations from Mrs. Amar and others that the law is dealing with this or police are dealing with this brutal questions and all of that, that's what you must change. That you're dealing with children, and if police are dealing with this issue, there must be training and a way to deal with children, not as criminals, but you're dealing with a defect in our social. You see, if you're a good parent and you're raising your child properly and teaching them moral values, then you wouldn't have to go to the police. You see, laws are there to protect society, and it's there to set boundaries and rules and laws. For example, if you make the argument that enforcing laws against children that young is brutal and wrong, then we have to look at all the other things against children. So if children engage in experimenting with drugs or other criminal activity, we must say that the law is not the right place to deal with this issue. It must be the parents or some other forum. So that all laws against children under the age of 18 must be abolished in this nation, because that's not the right forum to deal with children.